Hey Dad, what are you making?
On today's episode of Dad, What Are You Making? Today we're firing up something lighter, fresher, but still packed with flavor. Turkey feta burgers. They're juicy, savory, and make it different enough to make your weeknight feel special. Let's get started. To get started in our prep, we're going to take the frozen spinach and defrost it. I'm putting it into a strainer and putting a bowl beneath it. Then I'm going to put that to the side. Then we're going to get started on one of our first two sauces. This one's going to be a sour cream and lemon garlic aioli we're going to put in there. So get started by taking half a lemon and putting it through. We're also going to add some of that first part of the feta cheese in here too. To bring the garlic flavor, I'm actually using garlic paste today. It's an easy shortcut to make things a little bit faster. Give it some salt and pepper, and then go ahead and give it a mix. Once you mix it up, go ahead and give it a taste as well. Make sure it's got enough salt and seasoning in there. Then I'm going to go outside and pick a little bit of the dill from the garden so that way we can put that into our next sauce. You'll want to take the dill leaves and get them off the stems, and then go ahead and start to chop those up just pretty finely so that way we can mix it into the sauce easily. The base of the second sauce is going to be 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Go ahead and get that into the bowl. Then we're going to bring another ingredient from the garden into the mix, a cucumber. So here's just a small one that I'm using that I'm going to go ahead and cut off the ends, chop it in half, and then de-seed it. It's de-seeded. Go ahead and slice it into finer lengthwise slices. Then what we're going to do is go ahead and turn these and cut these into just small dices. Get that all into the bowl, and then we're going to go ahead and give it a mix. To bring a bit more flavor, we're going to add in about half of a lemon, and then we're going to put in some salt and pepper as well to taste. Now we can start working on turkey burgers. I'm using 85% lean turkey here so that we add a little bit of that moisture by having just some of that fat content. Next, I'm going to bring in a little bit of almond flour. I want about a 1/4 cup here. This is what's going to be a part of the binder, but also make sure that things just kind of hold together and aren't too gluey. You'll notice I'm not going to put any egg or any other binders in here as well. The spinach as well as the feta are going to go ahead and help bring it all together and make sure that it stays moist and very tangy with the cheese and some of the flavoring they're putting here too. Then we're going to want about half a cup of crumbled feta. Go ahead and get that in the bowl. Now, we're going to go ahead and put a lot of garlic in here. I put about 6 or 7 cloves, depending on the size, into this one. Let's go ahead and chop off that woody end, and then we're going to go ahead and slice it into small little pieces and put it into the mix. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring in about half of an onion here. I want to make sure that we cut this up pretty small as well because it's going to caramelize inside the actual patty and bring another layer of flavor. Once that's all cut up, go ahead and get that into the bowl. Then we're going to bring a little bit more seasoning in. Again, with salt and pepper, and then we might put in a couple more ingredients just to bring it through too. Then we're going to start mixing in our next ingredients. So this is the spinach. Make sure that you've pushed out all the water you can, and then go ahead and bring it in. We don't want it to be too wet because it will start to make the burgers a little too moist. Now go ahead and start mixing this up. We want to gently fold this all together, making sure that we keep the ingredients fairly intact. Now, I wish I actually had a bigger bowl here because as you can see, it's hard to get all this to the top and making sure we're mixing it and folding it together. So, oops. Now shape them into patties. I like mine about 3/4 of an inch thick. Too thin and they'll dry out. Too thick and they'll take forever to cook. I'm going to take these out to my Blackstone. You can also do this in a grill pan. You want it at about medium heat, and we're going to give them about 5 to 6 minutes per side. Here I'm putting down some avocado oil and spreading it around. Then we're going to go ahead and put the patties down. Don't push them down, just keep them nice and separated so that way they can have a little bit of space between them because they will spread out just a little bit. Once it's gone about 5 minutes per side, go ahead and give them a flip. Again, I press them down just a little bit to make sure they're getting good contact with the grill. Here you can see they're starting to caramelize a little nicely. So again, we're looking for about a 165 temperature on it because it's hard to tell with just looking at them if they're done. Then we'll come back inside. We're going to chop up some romaine lettuce. This is just going to go on top of the burgers themselves. Now, normally I would toast my buns, but the kids were getting hungry, so I decided to go ahead and rush it just a little bit to get dinner on the table. First, we're going to put a little of that garlic aioli sauce on the bottom. Then go ahead and bring in the patties, put those on top. Now, one more ingredient from the garden. We're bringing out one of these nice heirloom tomatoes. I'm slicing it fairly thick because I want to have some of that flavor of the tomato in there to bring a little bit of the juice as well. Like every time we put a tomato on here, we want to make sure we also salt that and sometimes pepper it. So give it a generous amount of salt because it's going to bring that tomato flavor all the way through. Then last, I'm going to bring in about 1/4 of a red onion that I'm going to slice up fairly thinly just to put on top to add a little extra zing. One last step, go ahead and put some of that tzatziki sauce on top, and then we're going to top it. And there you have it, turkey feta burgers that are light, flavorful, and perfect for the whole family. Try these out and let me know what you do to add to yours in the comments below. I'm Damien, and this is Dad, What Are You Making? And I'll see you next time on another elevated family meal with a side of love and maybe just a little bit of chaos.